Good morning, people. Oh, hush. All right, how is everyone doing this morning? Live for no viewers? Hey, loud and clear, there we are. That's weird, it's not showing viewers. Huh, that's interesting. I'm not sure what that's about. Whatever. I mean, I can sit here and talk to myself. It ain't going to bother me. I do think I need to turn down the music just a little bit. Oh, that's not the button. Not the button we want. Okay. There, how's that? Loud and clear for 4 viewers. Rolling in. How's everybody doing this morning? Top of Rock, what's up, baby? Chilling, getting this podcast rolling. It's gonna be short and kind of quick to the point today. We got a lot going on in the house. Got the wife here, the daughter here, and one of the kids from the daycare that my daughter goes to and my wife works at is also here today. And there's been quite the debate going on about Play-Doh since I got home from BP about 20 minutes ago. So I'm going to go help try and referee some of this action in there. But we're going to chill out, do a little bit of podcast. We're just going to chat today. I don't have a whole lot to talk about, really. Just a couple of little things that I want to get off my chest. And then whatever else you guys can come up with. We can talk about content, Q&A, whatever you guys want to do. Brian Banks says it is snow in Syracuse today, 32 degrees. Dude, I'm going to have to find the picture. I'll see if I can find it while I'm surfing around here, kind of waiting everybody to roll in. So we got some snow on, what's today? Today's Thursday, so it was Tuesday. We got a bunch of snow. I went to bed and it was snowing and everything was snow covered. And I woke up and it was all gone. It was the damnedest thing I've ever seen. I couldn't believe it. Snow in West Virginia today, 80-degree weather next week. Yeah, I mean, that's what they're talking about here, too. It was, let's see, we had snow on Tuesday, and it's 46 right now. Honestly, it didn't feel like 46. That kind of surprises me. I was just kind of going over some of the clips, though, from BP this morning, and it was kind of weird. Like, I didn't feel it was that cold, and, like, I could see my breath. It was weird, but it says 46 right now with a high of 55 today. League night tonight. Be nice and cool for that. Let's see if I can find... Here we go. Try to find this guy's picture. This guy took a picture of his yard. Okay, here's another one. So this was... Get the screen share set up here. Let's see. We want this over here. So, as you can see, this was taken at 3:50 in the PM, the picture on the left. And then literally 2 hours later, it's like almost all melted off besides what's in the shade there. It was the craziest thing. Like there was an even better one. I'll see if I can find it, but it's just like the weather did like a complete 180. It was get that off of there. Let's just do this. It was kind of crazy to see in you know, like we always joke around about Missouri weather being weird. I mean, my computer's running like crap this morning. Am I choppy? Is my sound like breaking up or kind of wavy at all? Usually when my computer runs a little bit weird, I'll have some issues like that, but I don't know what the deal is this morning. It's like really choppy and kind of laggy and stuff. See if I can find. I don't know where it's at, but you get the idea. Like it was just like a shit ton of snow, and then like I don't know where it's all gone. All leagues they're firing up the 1st of May. We got league. Let's say our first week of league was last week. Then week number 2 is going to be this week. Got the early games. We did get lucky. If anybody on here is local, or if they've played at Rainbow Softball Complex, then they know what it's like to play at 6 o'clock on yellow. And we got lucky because it wasn't bad last week. I think we're on blue this week, so it may not be too bad. But if you get the right time of year and you're playing like the early games, or really until the sun goes down, you get the early games until the sun goes like even behind the trees and stuff on the yellow field. You're almost at times looking literally right into the sun. Like I've seen people bat opposite handed to not have to look into the sun as bad as you would have to the other way. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Snow in Pennsylvania. So the snow that we got must be making its way out there. 80 degrees next week. It sounds about right. Adam says like 6 weeks deep into league ball right now. Man, that must be nice. That's I wish we'd been playing that much ball already. I know I'm ready for it. I'm ready for some league ball. Like I haven't really played league ball in gosh, man, I couldn't tell you how long. And here's the picture. I found this picture. No, you don't want that. You want that. Look at that. That's nuts. That's absolutely nuts. This was taken in Kansas City. That is absolutely absurd. Like snow on the ground, enough to make tracks, and then that evening, it just insane. There's 4 inches of snow, and then by the end of the day, there was nothing there. And they said they were drinking wine on the wine out back on the deck. Like you could even see, even the birds came out and got a little bit of bird food action in. That's just crazy, man. Like Mother Nature, what are we doing? Is this hashtag global warming? I mean, so what's everybody doing for ball this weekend? Is anybody playing any tournament ball or anything? I know everybody's talking about league and stuff firing up. The one thing I will say, I was talking trash on it. I think I've mentioned it a couple of times in the last. I wouldn't say the last few episodes, but came up a couple of times in these last handful of episodes that I've done. Mat ball, and I show up to league last night. I'm all excited to play, and roll up out there, and I haven't played at Rainbow as far as the league goes, and I couldn't tell you how long I've been. I have played some league, but it hasn't been at Rainbow. And I show up, and for years, I mean, ever since I've been playing at the Rainbow Softball Complex, where they're in Columbia, it's been like a strike zone. But for whatever reason, it was freaking mat ball, and it was horrible. It was I mean, just terrible. Like our umpire, I don't know the dude. I'm sure people here know him just from being out there and everything else. But like, I'll say it this way: if I was umpiring, I would have called the zone different. The mat they were using for a strike zone was about a half-inch thick rubber, and the ball was hitting the mat, but it was hitting like the front part of the front rubber of the mat to the point that, like, technically, yes, it hit the mat, but it hit the plate and concurrently hit the mat as well. That was very frustrating because he was calling those all strikes. Like, the ball hits plate, but, you know, it's like on the rebound, it like gets the mat. You know what I'm talking about. Like, it hits enough of the plate that it got the mat too. But he was calling those strikes. I mean, man, you might as well call the plate a strike at that point, because then you got to protect against that short crap, and then you got to be ready for anything over your head too. It's just terrible, man. I hate mat ball. And yeah, using a board is good. I like using a board, like something that makes like a good thunk sound. Like these rubber mats were the same way, which is why he was calling them a strike. But it's not a strike, dude. It was hitting the plate, but because the ball is, you know, it's a softball, it's big. It was getting part of the rubber too. So anything that was getting part of the rubber, no matter what, he was calling a strike. That was just aggravating. And the one thing that was nice about they're rigid, it was like really rigid rubber mats. They made a distinctive sound when it hit. And that is one nice thing. Like, there's no, you know, questioning, wondering, and I guess he was he was consistent with it. So that's the one thing you can say about it. The one thing I'll always say about an umpire is I want the umpire to I don't know why I'm saying umpire. One thing I will always say about an umpire is I want the umpire to be consistent. And I'll say he was consistent with his calls when it comes to that stuff. It wasn't like, you know, some he was calling, some he wasn't. And the other thing that annoyed me, it had nothing to do with anything he had control of. The mat was probably a good 3 inches wider than the plate on both sides. So the strike zone is the size of a freaking refrigerator. I hate hitting in situations like that, because a lot of times it's going to make me hit a ball I don't want to hit, which is usually right back up the box. Yeah. Yeah. Main Street says, you know, is the pitch you don't mind mat ball? I mean, you don't. It's easy, especially with a big mat. When you got the big mat like that, I mean, anybody can pitch, and that does make it kind of nice. You got somebody that's not too experienced in pitching can get up there and get the job done. It is nice, especially I'm pitching tonight, so we've got a really good pitcher on our team, and this is my first year with this team. We're just kind of like picking up or whatever. It may be my only season with him. I don't know. It was a friend of mine was on the team, and I was like, hey man, it's like, you need a player, let me know. And he's like, yeah, sure. I didn't even know who was on the team. I just knew my friend was playing and kind of running the team. So it worked out. It worked out really good. But it turns out we've actually got a pretty good pitcher on our team already. So I think me and him are just going to flip-flop weeks. And so it's my turn to pitch tonight. You watch, I'm talking all this trash about mat ball and having a huge mat and like going to a refrigerator, and I'll walk probably like 10 guys tonight. Yeah, I mean, Brian, you are right. Umpires can be inconsistent with the strike zone. But I will say, wherever or however Columbia has managed to find their umpires over the years, for the most part, they've had good umpires. They've had some umpires that are even consistently bad. Like I said, consistency is what I want out of an umpire. And even if he's consistently bad, at least he's consistent. And like, not to like own up to the fact that like they aren't good, but there are some that will say, I missed that call. You know, after the fact, or, you know, one of those things. I mean, like, at least try and learn from it. And there's umpires that do. And some of these young kids, one of the best things, if you played in Columbia and you know Josiah, JoJo, whatever you want to call him, man, when he first started umpiring, he played the game, so it's not like he was completely oblivious. But, you know, umpiring is a whole different world, man. And he was out there doing the best he could. That's all you can ask for. And he's asking for feedback. He's asking, you know, where should I stand? What should I do different? What did you think about that call? Was I right on that call? What did you guys think? Like, taking feedback and applying it to what you're doing, that's anything in life. Taking the feedback and learning from what you're doing to make yourself better is part of a process, man. And JoJo did a great job of taking feedback, asking for feedback, putting together what he needed to and not letting people push him around. That was the other big thing. Some umpires, may take feedback and then they end up getting manipulated and pushed around. JoJo never got pushed around, but JoJo became one of my favorite umpires. Hands down, one of my favorite umpires to have. He's easy to get along with. He's going to call a great game. I haven't seen him umpiring in a while. I think he pretty much got fed up, and I don't blame him. Like, he's a guy that's not going to take a lot of crap, and he doesn't want to take a lot of crap. And it seems to be the trending thing these days for people to just want to freaking yell at umpires, and it aggravates me. Like, respect. I was talking with Gabe last night about respect. In all facets of life, it is something that is not a thing. I shouldn't say all facets. In a lot of facets of life, it's not a thing. And it's alarming. Respect for just a human being in general. You don't have to necessarily like a person. You don't have to necessarily like the group that they're with. You don't have to like what they do for a living. You don't have to like their beliefs. You don't have to like their culture. But that does not give you the right to not treat a person like a human being. No right at all to not treat someone like a human being. Every human being deserves at least a little bit of respect. And it's something that's damn near lost in a lot of things. And there are times where the ball field is one of those things, whether it comes to respect for teammates, respect for other players you're sharing the field with, respect for umpires, respect for directors, respect for the crowd that's at the game. It's extremely lost, and it's disheartening. But do what you can to lead by example and make a difference. Be the difference maker. Don't be the person that falls quiet. Obviously know where to insert yourself. Don't be the person that falls quiet, but be willing to make a difference. Like, nothing frustrates me more than people riding and dogging an umpire. I'm just using an umpire in this example because that's kind of what got the tangent started. This goes for anything. People riding and dogging and bitching and whining at people, like an umpire for calls they're making, or you got a whole team getting all hostile and wanting to yell at an umpire. Like what are you accomplishing? More times than not, like I'm probably gonna go, make some small talk with the umpire, just say something in passing, like, and it's not even like to be a kiss ass. It's just like, man, like let this guy know that not everyone freaking hates him like he feels like right now. You can literally apply that logic to any situation. On a ball field, off a ball field, in the workplace, in public. Respect. Do it. Use it. Abuse it. Do whatever you want with it. Just do it, okay? I didn't mean to get all on the on the life tangent, but man, it's a motivational Thursday. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly, I'll be honest with you. I wanted to get really deep in this podcast, but I'm trying to make it short and sweet today, so I'm not going to get that opportunity to get as deep as I wanted. But you talk about respect, like, I know what it was. I know my computer was running like crap. I had a download, or had a something downloading and updating. But anyway, squirrel. But yeah, part of the reason I wanted to kind of get on a little bit of a tangent with just life in general. Like, my full intention was to not even make this about softball, but I'm just trying to pack it up and get done here real quick. So that's not going to necessarily be today's podcast. It just kind of, it's been something that's been building up for a while. And it's just the way people are acting in the world right now. I had an engagement I say an engagement. I had a conversation with one of my followers a while back, somebody I hadn't talked to in a while, that I knew, has been a very active part of my channel for a long time. And I said, hey man, I said, hope you're doing well. And, he said same, and we're having our conversation, and the conversation's wrapping up. And, he's like, hey man, he's like, be good, be careful out there. Because the world was in a very bad place at the time. And, I said, hey man, I said, it's good talking to you. You be careful as well. I said, the world is a crazy place. And he said, no, the world is not a crazy place. The people that are in the world are crazy. Like, damn, he's right. He's 100% right. Like the world is a beautiful place. I tell people that all the time. The world is a beautiful place. Don't let it pass you by. Go outside, enjoy it. Not even go outside, man. Hell, you ain't got to go outside. So there's situations where you can let the world come to you. But enjoy it. It's a beautiful thing. Enjoy it with other people. Enjoy it with yourself. Enjoy it any way you want. Just enjoy it. That's the main message and the main takeaway is enjoy it. And that kind of falls back to the respect thing, talking about, I said the world is a crazy place. He says, no, people are crazy. It's not the world. I was like, yeah, you're right. And that's also falls back to respect. It's, I'm done because I'm going to start on it and I don't want to. Mike, you are correct. Entitlement does play a big factor in some of it, but like I said, I'm not going to dive down the tangent now. Like I said, this has been brewing for, since probably about Tuesday or so, but I'm going to be honest with you. I don't plan on being on, but for probably about another 10 to 15 minutes here, because I want to get this wrapped up and hang out with the family a little bit while they're here at home. I do enjoy having them home. I'm home. I get home from work and everybody's home. That's something I don't get to enjoy very often. So I do want to go enjoy that. So I don't have enough time to get on the full tangent like I wanted to. Because I even texted Gabe last night. Gabe was awake. He knew I was awake because I was at work. I was kind of texting him, telling him like, I'm about to drop some bombs on this audience this morning. And I got home. The house is just busy. And people in and out and stuff going on. It's not the time. I can't stay focused, and I want to stay focused. And it's a conversation to have another day. Oh, what's up? What's up, Jorge? Nah, don't be sorry you missed the last couple of podcasts, man. We're just glad to have you here, man. We're just glad to have you here. Brian Banks says, if we didn't think our way of thinking was the only way in the world, it would be a better place. Brian, you are 100% correct. 100% correct. And I'll be honest, like there are times that I can be narrow-minded. My wife will tell you that. Is she in here? No, she's not. I thought she was. There are times where I admittedly can be narrow-minded. And sometimes it's better to walk away from a conversation that feels like it's not getting anywhere and like stop and evaluate and kind of think like, why isn't this conversation getting anywhere? Why is this conversation frustrating you? Kind of process the emotion and process the thought a little bit. And doing that has taught me not to be so narrow-minded and be more open-minded. And again, you take that one thing and you apply it to everything. It's a way to be a better person, way to live a better life. Apply what you learn to everything and take everything in as an opportunity to learn. Don't get down on yourself and just give up on something. Don't get frustrated and get mad and blow up on something. Every situation that you've been put in is a situation to learn something. And what are you going to learn from it? That's the takeaway. What are you going to learn from the situation that you've been put in? By no means am I saying I have it hard. I have it terrible. I'm going to be honest. I've been spoiled most of my life and very fortunate. But that's not to say that I haven't been through some shit. And every time I take it as a challenge to come back better. Come back from whatever is going on in your life and get better, and don't let it happen again. That's the other thing. If you don't learn from it, you don't apply what you've learned, you don't figure out what got me here, then you're going to end up in the same spot again. That's what it boils down to. You got to take what you learn from situations and apply it, or you'll never get anywhere. What's up, Sammy? How you doing, man? We're getting deep. It's going to be kind of a short and quick one today, and we're getting deep. It just kind of happened, really. I was just planning on kind of chatting with you guys, and we got deep. We got deep when we got deep quick. Adam, you are correct. Everyone has a platform to express their own opinion now, and it's not always a good thing. But that was another reason for what I had loaded up in my mind for the podcast today. Was I was listening to Freddie and Fitzsimmons on ESPN Radio. ESPN Radio, the app, Sirius XM, Channel 80. If you listen to him, you know what I'm doing. I'm mocking him. I was listening to Freddie and Fitzsimmons like I always do on the way to work, sports talk radio. He was kind of talking about players and their influence on culture and society. I won't even say social media. I don't like using social media because social media, like, there is more to society than social media. Society as a whole, social media is part of society. Players using their influence and using their voice in society can be a good and a bad thing, but sometimes there has to be a voice. Sometimes somebody has to speak up. Somebody has to start a movement. Somebody has to make a movement. Somebody has to want change, and that's kind of what inspired what I had loaded up for the podcast. I'll get to it when the time is right, because I can promise you, with the way things are with people and society, I'll get another chance to talk about it. But his message was, use your voice. People are following you. People listen to what you say. Use your voice and start a movement for the better. Start a movement for the better. And that's something I know I've talked about it on the podcast before when I've gotten deep like this, is be better, do better, and try and inspire. Am I the best at that sometimes? No. But for the most part, I make an effort to try and be a leader, be someone that's going to be a positive influence, and give someone else like that, drive to want to do better. Even if this message today, I have 18 viewers right now. If what I'm talking about right now feeds off on even one of you, and one of you decides, all right, well, I'm going to try this. I'm going to be in a better mood. I'm going to look at things differently. I'm going to approach this situation differently. Even if that works on one person, my job is done. That's all I want to do. Make a difference, even if it's just for one person. Sometimes that one person will use what they've applied and say, hey, that was kind of good. Let me try that. Let me try to be that person. And then next thing you know, it's fed off to somebody else. And then it's a chain reaction thing. That's what we as a society need right now. We need more positive messages. We need more positive people. We need more people willing to make a difference for the good. And it all starts with respect and being open-minded. Back to the respect thing again. And it's okay to have an opinion. Your opinion doesn't have to fall in line with what society thinks it should be. Society can sometimes make people think it has to be this way and this way only, and this is the only way it can be. And if you do this, you can't do that. And if you like this, you can't like that. And that's not right. That is whoever is influencing, using their influence to what they think is. And I'm not saying that every person does this. Let me rewind here a little bit. Not every person carries that mentality, but there are people and figures that want to manipulate society, and that's the ones I'm taking a jab at, is the ones that want to manipulate society, want to cause corrupt. I won't say corruption. Corruption is not the right word. They want to cause. I've backed myself into a corner, and I need a big word to get out of it. They want to cause ruckus. They want to cause a rise. They want divide. And it's not good. And maybe those people don't realize that, they could do something different, apply different. Maybe they think they're doing right. The best thing you can do is know right from wrong. Yes. Okay. So I've got a lot of good words here. Thank you. Thank you very much. Like you guys are like my dictionary. This is dope. You guys, what's the word? Thesaurus? Isn't that the word where you can like look up one word and it'll give you a bunch of other words that mean the same thing? Turmoil, havoc, drama, division, divisiveness. Yes, divisiveness is a very good one. Manipulation to give a certain message. Divisiveness is very good. I like divisiveness because you're using your position of power. You're using your voice to manipulate things in a way that isn't right, but it benefits you. Society is full of that. Man, look at us using these big words, man. We're out here today. Guys, we are absolutely out here. I'm done rambling about the life talk, though. I'm getting deep. I like doing that stuff. I like having those deep conversations. This is a softball channel, and like I said, I'll save. Trust me, I didn't even scrape the top layer of what I had on my mind. The message is: do better, want to get better, be an influence for the good. I'm going to catch back up with Chad here. Sammy says I have to watch the first half later. Absolutely. Let's see. Virgil says the Juno MR2 is going on sale. I need you all to swing that bat before you buy it. So I have the MR1, I think. I don't even know, man. I'm being invaded by chitlins. I think they're going to come in here and crash my party. And I don't even care. Hopefully they come in here. I'll put them on the mic. I hear what sounds like a miniature choo-choo train. Okay, so I don't even know which Juno I have. I think I've got the MR1, and I also got the Juno Final Chapter, which is the 13-inch barrel. I'm excited to swing those. It's something different. I like swinging different stuff. I like when Onyx came out with their stuff. I like swinging the different stuff. When I was kind of dabbling around in the pure stuff, trying some of their stuff out, I like the different stuff. It's cool. So I'm looking forward to that. Now that I know, I went out and got some swings in this morning. It's kind of a total crapshoot. I didn't know what was going to happen. My shoulder has been feeling better. I went to, I went to the orthopedic doctor on Wednesday of last week. I think it was. It did got some physical therapy, got some exercises going, been doing all that stuff, trying to make it feel better. Got some prescription strength anti-inflammatories. And they've been working pretty well. So the shoulder's been feeling good. So I went out and got just split a bag of balls with Brian. That's like maybe 60 swings, maybe not even that. And everything feels good. I didn't want to get too carried away. Just like maybe like 70, 80% swings, just kind of feel it out. Because I do have league tonight. I do plan on playing in a tournament this weekend. So I didn't want to overdo it. And everything feels good. So I should be able to get the Juno stuff going soon. I got the Juno. I've got a Miken Super Freak. or what is it, whatever it is, whatever they call it. I don't even know, dude. I'm telling myself here a little bit by not knowing what the big barrel mic is for the year. The Primo. I've got the Freak Primo Max Load. Got one of those on tap. Got the Integrity 2. Got both of these Junos. So the 240s are rolling in, and I can't wait to get started with them. So Brian says, yes, you and Fat Guy BP and Slowfish Bat Bros have the best videos out there. Even when I disagree with anything, you're always open to expression. Yeah, absolutely, Brian. I appreciate that, man. I'm glad that we do have some good content creators in our small niche here. It's okay to have an opinion. It's okay to have expression. And not everybody has to say the same thing. That's one thing that I think is unique. And, sometimes it hasn't happened very often. I haven't had it happen, knock on wood, happen in quite a while. Every now and then I'll get a troll that comes in and wants to just be a piss ass and whine and moan. And you reviews this, you reviews that. Like, you didn't think this or that bad. And I mean, you're posting it on a smartphone and it's got a camera on the back side of it. Go out and record something and give your opinion. You're more than open to do that. There's nothing saying you can't. You can sit on a keyboard and peck away and fill a comment section full of negativity, or you can go out and, like I said earlier, use your voice, use your influence. Give your opinion. It's okay to have opinions. I don't know if y'all can hear the havoc breaking loose behind me. Sammy, what you want a quick backstory on? I'm catching up. I'm slowly catching up. Sammy, there really was no backstory to what got me started this morning. I had planned on just people in society is just in a weird place, man. Such a weird place. And I was pumped up. I was ready to go. I was just going to just unload on the podcast this morning. Not on mad, on you guys, but just absolutely unload on my thoughts and feelings on people in society and the way things are going. And there's no specific event that triggered it. It's just kind of like a buildup of things, and golly, it's just kind of a buildup of things. And as you can hear, I've got a very busy house behind me, so I just didn't have time to get all of it out and be serious about it. And like I said, everybody's home, so I want to go hang out with them and do that thing. I don't get to do that very often. It's not very often I come home to my family at home, so I want to enjoy that. Usually all I've got is my cat that's shaped like a dog. Let's see. I've not hit the 9R yet. I plan on ordering one here pretty soon, just so I can try and get a review done on it, because I know that's going to be a popular one. Yeah, Adam says, why? Yeah, man. I mean, that's the thing about it. It's like the BP hero. It's the BP hero, not the game time hero. When the trolls want to show up in my games, looks like you're 0 for 3 this game, or there was a game. Some people don't watch the game. Some people just see my content and comment random stuff. Like I say, ask random stuff because they know I'll answer comments or just honestly not maybe familiar enough with YouTube to find a video they want to ask about. So they'll ask a question about a bat on a game film video, or just in general. Like I had a guy one time, I was playing in, I think it was Little Rock. I was not hitting the ball well. I was not happy with how I was hitting. And I took a couple swings that put us in a bad position, and I felt like I should sit. And I talked with the coach, and we kind of agreed like it was probably best for me to just sit it out. If I'm not confident swinging the bat, then there's really no point in me being out there, potentially hitting into and making mistakes. I was having some home run issues that weekend too. I hit 2 completely accidental home runs, and we had plenty of pop on the team already. Just kind of a combination of things led to it just being better for me to see it. And I'm completely open and okay with that. And one of the games that I posted, I was keeping the book, and somebody asked, what bat are you gaming? They could have meant that game. Maybe they thought I was playing. Maybe they just meant in general. It's a game, and it's game film, so why wouldn't you ask what bat I'm gaming? And some smart ass, before I could even respond, says, looks like he's gaming a number 2 mechanical pencil. Like, honestly, I got a good chuckle out of it. But why you gotta be like that? Like, why you gotta be so negative? Like, I've had other people say, all that BP you take, and that's all you can do. Like, I just kind of push back at them, like, BP hero, not game time hero. I've notoriously always been known for hitting really good in BP and then hitting like shit in a game. That's where the name BP hero came from. It's not like I did it for giggles. It was for a reason. No, Sammy, no drama on the field. Just life, man. Miss you, by the way. We got to get together soon, get some ball in. Get PJ and Zoe and some of the boys out there to be a good time.
We must pay homage.
Yeah, Adam. Yeah, a guy out there running his mouth. Like I've even had people doing that too. I'll be out there mounting a camera, and I had a guy one of the mouthiest freaking guys that's ever been at Rainbow Complex, ever. I'm putting up a camera to record a league game, and he says, hoo, hoo, hoo. Quote, hoo, 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 I record games for YouTube. Like taking a jab at me. And just like, I didn't even respond. I think I might have, honestly, I say I didn't say anything. I might have said something smart back to him that might have, trying to set him off, because it's very easy to do. But, like, is it jealousy? Is it whatever it is? Who knows? Just let people be ass bags and go on. Back again to, you know what? Hang on. We're going to change the name of this podcast to Respect. There. Because we keep coming full circle back to respect. Jorge, the BO hero. Terrible time for a typo, my man. Virgil, yeah. We need a pitching machine that throws knuckleballs and curveballs and screwballs. I'm trying to get the screwball mastered as a pitcher. Trying to get the screwball mastered. But it's been a trick. I know I ran into a guy that could throw it pretty well, and he kind of showed me his way. And I've been working on it a little bit, but it just hasn't completely caught on yet. I'm not brave enough to throw it in the game, because usually what it does is this runs back over the plate and ends up being some meat. Oh, Sammy, you got one Saturday and you don't give me that. I'm a league hero too, but that don't mean I still can't play on Saturdays. I got my man Davis in the house. What's up, man? He says some people are just upset to see others doing something they enjoy. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. I think that's kind of another reason that a lot of people throw shade sometimes is maybe they want to be in that position. And, I don't know how long you've been here, but I was talking earlier about learning from situations and doing better and wanting to do better. Some people want to do better but don't want to apply the effort. And that's also back to, like, this guy was a good ball player. The guy that was mouthing me, hanging up the camera, was actually a good ball player, but just the mouth, man. You could do so good if you would just shut up. Maybe even apply a little bit of the effort that you put into being a troll into wanting to make yourself better, wanting to make people around you better, instead of tearing everybody down. Because he was one of those people. He could have made everybody around him on that field a better player if he put the effort in. Oh, nice. Yeah, I remember you dropping in for a couple of podcasts way back when. I didn't know you stopped in all that on the regular, though. I appreciate you, man. Been keeping up with your content a little bit. Saw the co-ed footage you posted. That's a salty little co-ed squad you got there. May have to have you back on for the podcast sometime soon if you're in here checking it out. We're being invaded. It's okay. Hi, sweetie. Hey, look right at this thing and say hello, YouTube. Say it. Nope. You can be bashful. Say hello, YouTube. Oh, okay. Oh, they're going on a walk. Sounds like I might be wrapping this thing up. I'm trying to go on a walk too. They're building a few houses out here in the subdivision, and it's just kind of cool. The kids want to go out and see, like they're using cranes and concrete pump trucks and that kind of thing. And the kids enjoy that stuff. It's something neat. Like yesterday, they had a big concrete truck pumping foundations and pouring a slab for a house, and then they had a skid steer over running to their house, sitting up doing dirt work. I think there's 7 houses under construction in the subdivision right now. So there's a lot going on. So the kids like to go out and see that stuff. And looks like they're headed out for a walk. So I think I'm going to try and catch up with them. So this one was a little bit shorter than most. But like I said, trying to get some time with the Fam Bam. Thanks everybody for stopping in and checking out the podcast. Sorry it was a little bit of a life tangent. But sometimes people need to hear that stuff. So thanks for stopping in and checking out the podcast. BP Heroes out of here. Next Thursday, 10 a.m. Central. Swing hard in case you hit it. And I'll see you guys then.